Best episode of Clash of the Elite, in my opinion. Ayanokouji versus Nanse, best animated fight of the series so far. Yo, what's up, TFM Nation? It's me, the TFM Monster here again. And so, we got a leak. In this episode, though, it's now considered the best episode of the series so far based on the leaks, but don't take it for granted because it might just be an exaggeration right now or just based on his own opinion, right? From none other than Mr. John Smith himself, 5X, John Smith 5X. So it adapts in order, well, 9.2. This is just based on wiki, but we all know that's, we follow the official release, and that is this. Alright, so they didn't adapt this first part, and then 9.1, or maybe they did, but I don't know. Sometimes wiki is not reliable, but yeah. Okay, so we can base it off here. Then Yagami getting Kushida to record. Yep. Okay. Ichika versus Kushida. Yep. Epilogue, which is chapter 10, the final one. Ichinosu learning about the White Room, Ayanokouji and Nanse talk, and Ayanokouji monologue. Ends with someone holding the stick behind Ayanokouji and Nanse. So that's basically the illustration at the very end of volume 3. Alright? It ended here. They're only adapting just a bit over 100 pages. Pretty sure they're gonna adapt this super well, based on that. And yeah, and then more info from Mr. John Smith again, the leaker. Best episode of Clash of the Elite, in my opinion. Ayanokouji versus Nanse, best animated fight of the series so far. Kushida trying to hit Ichika and getting flipped was also strong. God damn. Kushida Ichika illustration isn't 1-to-1, but still peak. Unfortunate. Now, if you're wondering what the illustration is, it's the very famous illustration. It's this one. Alright, so, yep. Some strong art like Nanse's eye. Again, more in the eyes. I mean, we all know what the storyboard is, so yeah. I like the camera and dodging versus Nanse. Okay, so, we got some replies here. In terms of animation, was it better than Ayanokouji versus Ryuin? To be honest, it could go either way. I think this one feels better because of pure animation. And probably recency bias. And Ryuin fight was rotoscope. Nanse fight is way shorter than Ryuin fight though. Now, full transparency, I did reread the the chapters right before the stream. I've already reread it. On the stream later, we can talk about the preview, the promotional video, the trailer, and the leak. All right, and then what the details are in the light novel. All right, so yeah, and then I'm curious though. The fight is short, but were the cuts in the preview the best ones, or are there better ones in the full episode? Based on the preview promotional video, what do you think though? I'm glazing because of recency bias. So yeah, okay. So did they skip the opening? OP and ED is there. I mean, based on what's left to adapt, I think it's okay to put the opening and ending theme at the episode, even though, yeah. Now, the reason why I say that it's okay to put the opening and ending theme in this episode is because there's not much left, alright? There's only like 100 pages so to adapt in the physical book. So, and at the same time, implementing the opening and ending theme, also, you have to consider, the stopping point in the episode. That's why opening and ending also makes up for the runtime. For the 24-minute runtime or 23 minutes and 40 seconds runtime. Say they've only skipped chapter 9 and 9.1. We'll see in the episode because sometimes the wiki is not reliable. Maybe it is there, but who knows? We'll see. Dialogue is great though, based on the leaker. I think that pretty much covers it up. So, based on the leaks here, the Great Sage also commented. Okay, so based on the leaks, all right, this preview pretty much shows the first few segments of the episode. Alright? And then they only showed some bits of like the middle point, and that is Ichinose. So yeah. So this fight scene is indeed short in the light novel. If you were to reread this entire scene of the light novel, it's so short. Alright? So I feel like the anime they enhanced it in a way that I say that is because we have some segments here that aren't in the light novel. For example, the one that I joked about in my reaction is this Hulk smash. But I do think this is just an exaggeration. I think based on the camera angle as well, because sometimes there's a cheat in the camera angles. Look at this. The way it was angled as well. It looks so high, right? But in filmmaking aspects, since I'm a filmmaker, there's always a cheat into making it seem like the character or the object or the figure is like super high, even though in real life it's not that high. You know, like there's a cheat code in that aspect. So based on this trailer though, the fight scene is pretty much this, but more extended and probably more cuts than this, especially this one in this segment. You know, so yeah. Okay, so based on the leaks as well, this scene of Ichika and Kushida, this one, based on the leaker by the way, is like the highlight for him, right? For John Smith. And then Ichinose also knowing about the White Room with Kishiro and Shiba Sensei talking. Based on the leaks though, I am very confident that this episode will most likely be the best one so far because of, you know, the animations and the contents that will be adapted. This is like non-stop chaos, you know, chaos erupting between Ayanokouji and Nanase, and then there's another chaos, and that is Kushida and Ichika. Not only that, we have Ichinose as well. So I wonder if they will adapt this illustration. Maybe they will. We'll see. But yeah. Anyway, that is pretty much that. They ended it exactly on this illustration. So yeah, I mean, I was so certain that they would end it there. So now that we got a confirmation based on the leaker that it's true, because I did mention this on my stream that they will most definitely end the episode in like at the end of volume 3, which pretty much exactly what they did. So yeah, they're not gonna adapt volume 4 yet. They're gonna adapt volume 4 in the next episode, which is episode 13. Now, episode 13 onwards will just be pure chaos, and there are some breathers in between, obviously, but volume 4 is the most heavy action-packed volume of the entire series of Clash of the Elite. So that's why I was like really worried at first whether or not Lurch will deliver. But seeing the new art style and seeing the team behind Clash of the Elite Season 4, I'm super confident. Because I know that this team is very competent enough to animate the fight scenes entirely. And for those people that are complaining about the fight scene, I don't really care. Like, complain all you want. I'm gonna enjoy the fuck out of this, right? Many fans will enjoy the fuck out of this episode, just like the leaker did, right? The leaker, John Smith, enjoyed this fucking episode, so I'm pretty sure I will enjoy it as well. So, yeah. Alright. Really, really excited for Wednesday. And, yeah. Although, I want to know the key animators involved, though. Because, I don't know, I'm pretty sure they're not going to say, or Donut's going to say it. So, for those people that are comparing the fight scene to the Ayanokouji versus Ryuen fight, I'm going to tell you this. If you've already read the novels, then you'll know that, or if you've already seen the anime, as to why it's so realistic is because, yes, there are martial arts, but in this episode, there's going to be martial arts as well. I mean, you can see from the stance, you can see the fight, but also very wild. You know, Nana's fighting style is like wild as well, like very barbaric. I mean, I could say it's a spoiler video anyway. Like, she was fighting in Jujutsu style, right? She was fighting in Jujutsu and then switched up to karate, I think. from what I remember. But yeah, and then became very wild when she switched up from Watashi to Boku. That's pretty much it, right? But if you've seen, well, I'm pretty sure you guys have already seen it. Season 2, Ayanokouji versus Ryuen in the group of Class C students, or Class D students. We all know that that fight scene was very realistic because of martial arts. It was choreographed, and at the same time, Ayanokouji was holding back. He was so careful to not one-shot the students, alright? Because if you've read Volume 0, which I haven't yet, alright? I haven't read Volume 0, full transparency, like I said. But I will be reading Volume 0 very soon. I think I'll post my reactions on X, Twitter, and my highlights, you know, I'll post it there. If you've already read Volume 0, you'll know Ayanokouji is very inhuman. He is such a monster. That's why the opening theme title is called titled Monster, because he is a monster. All right, and bro, based on the details of the light novel, bro can produce shockwaves. Nanase is also subsonic from what I remember, but there you go. So what more do you expect from this series? Right, it was never realistic to begin with. Like, it's not full on reality. There's obviously gonna be fictions in this story, because it's a piece of fictional work. So at the end of the day, this is fiction. Don't try to self-insert yourself to Ayanokouji. Don't try to self-insert yourself to other characters in this series, because not only that, Koenji was also very inhuman ever since season 1. Bro literally went from the deserted island to the cruise ship back and said he is sick. Bro was like a Tarzan as well in season 1. And not only that, he jumped off a cliff on the mountain in season 3. Like, bro, all the fictions of Clash of the Elite were there, present. If you are like a very ignorant fan of the series, then you are blind as fuck, because you are just trying to complain and hate the series because, oh, that's not what I imagined, bro. It's not what you envisioned, but it's the creative team that has done this, all right? Along with the author supervising some stuff and the illustrator working on the character designs as well, all right? So, yeah, anyway, that is it, all right? That's all my thoughts on the fucking hate, because if you're gonna hate on the episode, doesn't matter. I don't care, alright? Like, continue to hate, because I don't fucking care, alright? Continue to do so, because if you do, it's fine, because I can just, you know, hide you from my channel and block you from my channel, so that you won't be seen in my comment section, etc., right? Basically easy. But anyway, that's that. I don't want my, you know, optimism for this series, and I don't want my fun experience of the series to be ruined just because of these damn fucking haters. Look at what happened with Gachi Yakuta. Like, bro. Anyway, that is it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm really excited for this episode, because I'm pretty sure this is gonna be the best episode so far. But I know there's gonna be better episodes than this. But for now, we will consider this as the best episode of the series so far, if we've already seen it. I'm pretty sure some people are gonna like the Ayanokouji vs Ryuen fight more, which I might agree, because the Ayanokouji vs Ryuen fight was a full-on fight. The Ayanokouji vs Nanase fight isn't really a real fight. It's more so on Ayanokouji just proving to Nanase that you can't beat me. That's why he continues to dodge and never attacks Nanase. He stops midway through his attack, alright? That's why it's just breaking Nanase's spirit into saying that, yeah, you can never beat me. That's why I continuously dodge your attacks. No matter how hard you try, you can never hurt me. But yeah, anyway, that is that. We'll see what this anime has in store. And for those people also that complained that Nanase hit Ayanokouji, bro, yes, Nanase did hit Ayanokouji in the trailer, but that was when Ayanokouji was blocked the kick, the shockwave kick of Nanase as well. And if you guys remember in the Ayanokouji versus Ryuen fight in the light novel, Ryuen can't basically hit Ayanokouji, but in the anime, bro choked Ayanokouji. You know, like, it was out of pity from probably the choreographers, you know, the fight choreographers, and the animators, the director, and the storyboarder, Takehiko Matsumoto. But anyway, That's their creative decision. The reason why I enjoy this series differently, light novel, manga, and anime, is because I distinct them. All right, I differentiate them. No, I'm not saying that. Oh yeah, the anime is trash. You should read the light novel. Oh, it's so bad. The anime didn't do this justice. No, 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 no. What I'm doing to myself is that I enjoy different pieces of medium, different types of medium, right? Just like what happened to Solo Leveling. Many people complained about the Solo Leveling adaptation, but most and majority of the people love Solo Leveling, including me. I've read the manhwa, but I actually love the anime. I think I prefer the anime with some of its decisions and creativity as well. I love the art of the manhwa, but the anime, the creative decisions in the anime, top notch. But yeah, anyway, that is that. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see what season 4 of Classroom Elite has in store in the next few episodes after this best episode so far. So yeah, anyway, that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys later on stream. Peace out.